Michael, thank you. Now, Stein isn't the only one in state government that's pushing back on this abortion law. For more on that, Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes joins us now in the studio.
So, Khalif, ahead of this hearing today, the state health secretary actually got in on this whole debate.
Yeah, Cody Kinsley is the current secretary of the North Carolina Department of Human Health Services. He believes the state's 12-week abortion ban includes contradictions, uncertainties, and ambiguities that impact the ability for women to lawfully obtain an abortion and for providers to comply with the many administrative and reporting aspects of the law. Now, if that sounds familiar, it's because it is. It's exactly what Planned Parenthood said in their complaint. They said this law has injected requirements that are unintelligible, incoherently contradictory, and irrational, and otherwise unconstitutional. And so it's rare that you see both plaintiffs and defendants in the claim that are saying the same things.
Yeah, and that's the case we've been following. That's what they filed here. Planned Parenthood, what was their position in this case? Is that what they're looking at?
Well, Planned Parenthood is asking the judge to do a couple of things here. They're asking that the judge issue something called a declaratory judgment. Basically, they want to declare that this law is unconstitutional or unenforceable. But they're also asking for preliminary injunctive relief. They're saying, we want you to stop, to pause this, not to get rid of it, but just to pause it for a second so we can figure out a few things. First, it will have irreparable harm. And that means that there's no money that can compensate us for the harm that this law will create. And so that's what the judge has to decide. And obviously, she's taking her time. As we're hearing, it may not be a decision today. We may not hear something until Friday, which is really pushing it since this law goes into effect on Saturday.
Yeah, we're kind of running out of time here on both sides of this. So what do you really foresee happening? Do you think that this lawsuit can stop the law from going into effect, even with that pause there?
I think it's a couple things you have to think about. First, this judge is an Obama appointee, and so I think that will at least play a part into her hearing out both sides of this case. Not saying that a Trump appointee or someone wouldn't, but she's giving both sides an opportunity to at least lay out their claim. Earlier this week, you had Republicans that were intertwined into the case, and so they said, you know what, Your Honor, we've already addressed these things. We've made these changes last week and as late of yesterday, and we've addressed all of the concerns that they're stating. Okay, great. You've just heard counsel for Planned Parenthood said, well, even if you guys have addressed our concerns, we still have some timing issues. If this law goes into effect on Saturday, they've already printed the documents with these changes that were not enacted yesterday. And so the doctors that will be taking the guidance from the State Secretary of Health and Human Services, all of their guidance will be coming from documents that were based on the old law that was passed 16, 17 days ago.
All that can change.
It all can change, and it has changed already. And so they're saying, wait a second, let's get clarity. Let's allow folks to catch up to these changes that you guys are making in real time for us to be on top of what we're supposed to be on top of.
Yeah, and a lot of females are kind of waiting around, and also clinics across the state and that sort of thing. All right, Khalif Rhodes, thanks for your insight.